This is a tutorial on how to use octave rounding in Pythagoras. Pythagoras has somewhat multiple personalities. It's derived from magician in a lot of ways. And let me show you how it's different from what you might know about magician and how it's similar to what you might know about extra. Okay, it started off as a micro instrument, but it is similar to magician in the layout. You can change the number of rows to have more expression in the vertical range. You have an octave switch. But what's really important is it has automated octave rounding. What's going on is that this drone note that's marked as red, that's A, and B, C, D, E, F, G. This and this are actually the same exact note. They're not an octave apart. And the best way to play the scale, it's because scales have 7 notes. You probably want to do 4 notes on top row and 3 on the bottom. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. Now it does take a little getting used to because your fingers are actually playing a 7-beat rhythm when you play a scale. It's just you typically don't notice it if the pattern doesn't repeat as obviously as it does when you have octave rounding. Arpeggios, A, C, E, A, C, E. The reason why it switches octaves is because it will always pick the closest note. When you play E, if you go up, it's only a fourth apart. If you go down, it's a fifth apart. So it picks the shortest one and it goes up. This is a really simple rule. It has a lot of consequences. The first thing is it makes any kind of arpeggiation easy. And closely related to arpeggiation is Pentatonix. The same phenomenon that you have with scales is that pentatonics have 5 notes in them. You're basically playing a 5-beat rhythm, and that's the only thing that really takes any getting used to. It's analogous to how you do the 7-note scales. You just do 3 on one row, 2 on the other. And because sliding into the next string treats the note as being re-triggered, you can also do pentatonics by sliding. You just have to get the timing right where these two interleave. Okay, and like the Samchillian is heavily based on pattern playing. And when you're playing patterns, you take note that when you finish a pattern, where you land. Right. Alright, so I got this pattern. And your fingers will get to know the patterns. A good example of this is diminished. What you're doing to go up and down is you're just changing the order in which you do stuff, and you're kind of doing it by ear, knowing that what I'm doing when I go up is I land on the bottom first, and when I'm going down I land on the top first. I'm doing the same thing when I arpeggiate. I land on the bottom first when I'm going up, land on top first when I'm going up. And just as a side note, since Pythagoras is microtonal, you kind of get to have it both ways and are able to play fretlessly with a lot of speed and skill as well. When you're doing octave rounding, you aren't dealing with running your arm up and down a long neck and trying to hit the notes exactly right. That's the pitch rounding. Pitch rounding happens when you turn microtonality all the way off. I know there's some people that may never turn it on, but one of the things about musician that makes it what I would call sticky is that you can do things with it that you just can't do with another instrument. It isn't just another controller, because if you get a MIDI controller, microtonality basically doesn't really work polyphonically with the way that MIDI is designed. Well, to some degrees, it doesn't really work cleanly. Anyways, I know there's a lot of people will mostly just be using it as a diatonic or chromatic arpeggiator. So it's really good for that use. And it's this automatic octave button. And you disable the automatic octave by going up or down with the octave switch right now. It'll probably just be an explicit off at some point.